Hello everyone, it's my pleasure to organize this virtual meeting to provide an update to students for January intake. Please join us and ask your question in regard with your applications for January intake. Today my special guest is Mr. Hamid from 𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗀 Education. Hello and thanks for your presence today, Hamid.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, welcome. I hope our listeners here are very well and in good health. Thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you for your time today. Can you please tell us more information about your positions in 𝗂𝗶𝘃 and which university are part of 𝗂𝗶𝘃 Education?
Yeah, of course I can. Like I said, I hope everyone here is well and in good health, especially during this pandemic time. My name is Abdul Hamid. I'm one of the regional managers for South Asia. What that basically is I generally manage Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, Nepal. If you are part of any of this continent here, this is where I generally put my effort and work into it, where I'm generally trying to get you guys your offer letters, making sure you guys are aware of the situation we're in. So generally, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis, making sure that our students are put first, making sure that you guys are getting the service that's required, and that's what we're here for. Myself and NWC Consultancy, we're here to support you guys.
Thanks a lot for all your information. Can you please tell us which courses are available for January intake?
Yes. So I don't know, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of 𝗂𝗶𝘃. Within 𝗂𝗶𝘃, there is 4 universities. And under the 4 universities, we generally are working with is Northumbria University in London, Ulster University in London and Birmingham, Solent University in Southampton, and Roehampton University in London. They are the 4 universities that I'm currently representing. You can make variety of courses within these 4 universities. I'll be here forever if I was to go through all the courses available within the universities, but generally business courses, IT courses, cyber courses are the 3 fundamental areas that we generally do well with. Anywhere, if you are thinking of a business course, think of 𝗂𝗶𝘃. 𝗂𝗶𝘃, we generally have one of the best business courses out there for you. Anything that you are thinking of IT courses, again, think of 𝗂𝗶𝘃, and anything among cyber, think of 𝗂𝗶𝘃. So they are the 3 main topics that we generally cater in, specialized in. So any of our listeners who's listening are from IT sector, business sector, or cyber sector, please look into 𝗂𝗶𝘃 courses. Get in touch with NWC and they'll probably would be able to give you a bit more insight about the course.
Thanks a lot. And what documents you need in order to get the offer letter?
To make an application with us, first thing first is obviously you get in touch with NWC Consultancy. When you go into the office, what you need to make sure is you are bringing all your academic documents. And what we mean by academic documents is your primary school documents, your secondary school documents, if you have done a degree, your undergraduate documents. That should all include your transcript along with your certificate. However, if you don't have a certificate because you've just currently completed it, it's fine. All you have to do is get a letter from the university requesting for a completion letter. A completion letter, we need to mention that you've done a degree with us, you've passed, this is the pass rate you got. A letter from the university is more than enough if you don't have a final certificate. As long as you're providing them documents along with your passport copy, if you've been to UK before, your previous UK history documents, visa copies and CAS. Along with that, you need to provide a CV. The CV is very important. The CV basically tells us exactly what you have done during your time in your home country. On your CV, you need to state when you have studied your high school, when you have studied your degree, when you have completed it. It needs to be in a month and year format. So you put, for instance, January 2001 till January 2002, and that will show you exactly what you have done within that 1 year. After you have finished your CV, if it's been more than a year and there's a study gap, please make sure you put your work experience, what you've been doing in that time. Even if it means you've been doing nothing, it's fine. All you have to say is for the last 1 year from January 2019 till January 2020, I've been looking for further education in the United Kingdom, or I've been preparing for my IELTS exam. That is a good enough answer for you to put on a CV. And the last thing you need to add on your academic documents is a personal statement. That's something that New Way Consultancy would be able to assist you with. You need a personal statement, which we call SOP, personal statement or statement of purpose. What that basically is you telling us why you want to join us in our university. So you have looked into the university ranking, you have looked into the university's USPs. You've also looked at the course that you have applied for. Maybe looked at the modules, pick up 2 to 3 modules from the course and say which one attracts you the most. And what is it that you want to do after you finish your course? It needs to be a job that you are looking for in the same line of the course that you are studying. That's all we are looking for. As long as you tell us why you have selected the university, what course you have applied for, and the reason why you have selected that course, and what is it that you want to do after you finish your degree, of what job do you want to go in, and is it in line with the course you've applied for? So yeah, in terms of documents, like going back into academic documents with passport copy, a CV, a personal statement, combined together, emailed across to New Way Consultancy, and they'll be able to get that submitted to the university and get you an offer letter.
Thanks, Hamid. Also, you mentioned IELTS is one of the requirements for international students. Due to this pandemic time, do you offer any internal English test?
Yeah, good question, Anna. I know there's a difficult time for everyone all over the world, not just Bangladesh or India or Pakistan. Every single part of the nation, there are people going through difficulties in these hardship times, and everyone's here to support each other. We have few options available. If you have done IELTS, great. Any university would accept IELTS. For a foundation course, you need 𝗾𝗂𝗄𝗏 IELTS. For undergraduate or postgraduate course, a normal IELTS is fine. A PSN mark is fine. A TOEFL is okay. But Duolingo is something we used to accept. We now have stopped accepting Duolingos. So because we've stopped using Duolingos, we are now giving you another option. We provide a QA higher education English test, which is approved by 𝗾𝗂𝗄𝗏. You can do that. It's free of charge. All you have to do is make an application, get yourself a conditional offer letter. Once you have your conditional offer letter, you need to get in touch with New Ways and say, please, can you book me a free QA English test? They will book that in for you with us. It's like IELTS. So instead of you waiting for your IELTS exam for 2, 3, 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks, you only need to wait 2 weeks for our QA English exams, and you get the results within 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to say how it's done is, if you look at the QA English test, it's got 4 components: speaking, reading, writing, and listening. It's strictly test conditions. It's done through Skype, so it's recorded. You can do it from home, or you could do it from your agent's office. If you got a good enough internet connection, you can do it from home, but you just need to make sure no one comes into your room. You've got good internet speed, you have a laptop, and your room needs to be well lit with good lights. No one could disturb you. No one could come into the same room. If anyone does come into the same room, the test would get discontinued and you'll be disqualified. So please ensure that you are on your own and no one disturbs you for 2 to 3 hours. You won't be able to cheat because you'll be sharing a screen with us, and we would be able to see everything that you are loading on your background of your screen. So please follow the test conditions when you are doing the QA Higher Education English test. Sorry, Anna.
Thank you so much. Do you offer scholarship for international students?
Yeah, so every single viewer who's listening to this broadcast today, live session, all you have to do is, when you're making an application, mention that you were in the live session with a New Ways Consultancy. Today's date, 11th of November. Should you mention that in your application, we would automatically give you scholarship. So every single university, I've mentioned the 4 universities, will give you a minimum of 2,000. That's the minimum you would get, and maximum of 4,000 to 5,000, depending on which country you are from, depending on which course you have applied for. The longer the duration is, the more scholarships you get. The shorter the duration is, the less scholarship you have. That is because the longer the duration is, the more expensive the course is. So we give you a bit more scholarships. But yes, every single student would get 2,000, and it can go up to 4,000 to 5,000 depending on what course you have applied for. But you are guaranteed a 2,000 scholarship. Doesn't matter which part of the world you are from. But like I said, majority of you guys would get a lot more than 2,000 because you have attended this event. We would give you the maximum scholarship if should you mention to us that you've attended this event. And then NWC would be able to assist your application and also mention to us that you are on that live session.
Thanks, Hamid. Also, when students got unconditional offer letter, they need to pay the deposit in order to get cash letter. How much deposit you need for students?
Yeah, so because we got 4 different universities, it varies. But generally, if you make 5,500 in minimum deposit, you should be able to get your cash letter. Generally, 5,500 is required. If your fee is 11,000, if you're doing a 1-year course, you would need to your fee is 11,000. If you pay 5,500, within the next 3 months, you need to clear the remaining balance. If you have applied for our master course, which is a 2-year course, if you wanted to do a 2-year master course, which comes with work placement, then it's 21 months to 24 months. You would get 6-month payment plans after you paid your 5,500. So the longer the course is, you'll get 6 months. The shorter the course is, you get 3 months. While we're on the master course, just to let you know, we are one of the universities that provide master courses with work placement. So you do your semester 1, semester 2, and then you go off to do your dissertations, and then you come back, and 3 to 4 months you'll be put into your work placement where you'll be able to get valuable work experience working for a UK company. So that would be really good for your CV. It would really help you boost your CV, and it would really help you find yourself a suitable job role in the sector that you've applied in. So it's a step forward for you. And generally, majority of our students that we take on, 98% find themselves a job. So it's very high statistic. Most likely you would find a job. The students that can't find a job are the students that don't attend the classes. Their punctuality is very poor. They come into classes late. They're not really doing great in their assignment, or they're not taking the course seriously. They are the students that won't be eligible for it. But if you saw that you're adamant, you want to complete your degree on time, you want to go away with a degree, then you are most likely to get yourself a work placement.
Okay. After students got a cast letter, they must prepare for 𝗂𝗍𝗲 interview. What is your advice for students during the 𝗂𝗍𝗲 interview?
So the great thing is, when you are doing your 𝗂𝗍𝗲 interviews, before you go into your interviews, we are going to do a mock interview with you. And what basically, I wouldn't say mock, is basically we want to make sure that the reason why you have applied for the course is genuine. We don't want visa refusal, so we would not take a risk on students who are not well prepared, do not know much about their course, because this would damage our license. We want to make sure that you are in a position where when you go for an interview, you are passing, you are giving the answers that are genuine, you're not making up the answers. What we're looking at is we want to make sure that you guys are aware about the course, about the university, about the locations. One of my colleagues would call you to give you a call and ask you these questions beforehand. We'd ask you why you have selected our university, our course, where you have got the money from, who gave you the money, who's supporting you, and so on. So are there going to be any dependent coming with you? A variety of questions. All you have to do is be honest and answer them questions, but you have to do your research beforehand. Before you come in for the interview, you should be aware about the university, you should be aware about the course you've applied for, you should be aware where the university is, you should be aware how much the course is, what the scholarships are, when the course starts, when the course ends, and so on. So this is something that you need to do your research on, and NWC Consultancy would be able to help you, assist you throughout that journey.
Thanks for your information. Also, there are a huge number of students in the UK who are looking for second master. What are requirements for second master?
Right, good question again. If you're already in the UK and you're looking for a second master's, we do accept second master's, but to accept second master's, you need to have a valid reason why you need a second master's. the question that is going to be is, you've already done a degree, you've already done a master's, why do you need to do another master's? We do not want to hear that you are looking for another master's because you are looking for longer length to stay in the United Kingdom or to extend your visa. That is not what we're looking at. They're the applicants that would get rejected. What we are looking for is, if you have done a master's and you feel as though like, look, one master I've got, great, but there's in that master's I have no management skills, so I've now decided to do a MBA, which is going to get me some sort of management skills on it. That gives you a valid reason why you need a second master's. Maybe at the first master's you have done this a couple of areas that you have covered, but not all. Maybe you got assignment skills, but you do not have management skills or project management skills, something like that. Whatever job you are looking at, maybe they require something that you need that you were not able to do on your first master's. As long as you explain that on your personal statement, it's very strong, it's in your own words, not copied from the website, there's no reason why we won't be able to give you a master's. But if you are applying for a master's and it's very generic, like the first master's you have done, generally we would reject your personal statement, saying you need to be a lot more stronger. You need to have unique reason why you have applied for a second master's, and needs to be very strong, because it is a second master's. It's not your first master's, it's a second master's you've done. So you should be in a position where you will be able to answer the questions that we are requesting for, and be in a position to say, yes, I need a second master's because I'm looking for this area where I want to be working in, and I'm unable to get a top level job as a director or a CEO. With a second master's, you would help me, and you just give the reasons of what the second reasons are. All right?
Yes, correct. Have you received any details for January intake? When does the registration will close?
For January intake, the number of application is extremely high for January intake, extremely high. We've got this week only left now, this week, and we may carry on next week, Monday. So you've got literally 1 week from now, Monday and Tuesday next week, we may carry on. You've literally got 1 week to get your application into 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 Consultancy. If you are listening today, please do go and see them. They are based in UK as well as in Bangladesh. So whereabouts are you based in Bangladesh? In Dhaka and Sylhet, isn't it?
Yes, Sylhet, Dhaka.
Dhaka.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've got this location. Yeah, so do go and see them, guys. Tell them to submit your application by either today, tomorrow, the day after, because it needs to be in our system by next week, Monday latest. As long as the application have been submitted with a personal statement and a CV, by next week, Monday, we will be able to process. Anything that comes in on next week, Tuesday, it needs to be on hold, and you may need to move on to the next intake. But January intake is coming to a closure now. We're in November, middle of November, more or less. We want all the applications in by next week, Monday, so that we have enough time to assess your application, give you an offer letter a week later, and then you make your payment the week after. By December, we want to give all your 𝗊𝗲𝗄𝗃. After Christmas, you should be already in UK. So this is the stage we are currently in. The quicker you make your application, the better visa success rate you would have. The later you leave it, there's more risk element involved in it. So I would suggest you guys get your applications in to 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 Consultancy as soon as possible, so that we could start giving you an offer letter, take payments off from you guys, do your pre-CAS interview, give you a CAS letter, and then help you apply for your visa. All right?
Yes, thanks a lot. My last question is, what is your advice for students who will join in January intake? How the lesson will be? You will organize in face-to-face or online, or both options?
Yeah, so it's going to be very similar to our September intake. How our September intake went was, if you look at what we had to do, we had to adjust. Good thing is, because we are like an IT company, we were able to adjust very, very quickly. If anything, we were the first to go online. We are still doing online classes. It's going to be online, but that does not mean you need to stay in your home country to do online. You'll be able to come to UK and study online. In a way, it would help you because it's less fee for you to travel. You don't need to travel every day to the university. You'll be saving money. You'll be saving money on your lunch fee. You'll be staying out, and you could do online class and then go to work as well part-time. that's something that you'll be able to do. However, there would be face-to-face as well. You may need to go into university once a week for face-to-face, and the rest being done online for the time being, until the government announces when the universities are going to be fully open, where you'll be required to go to university 2 to 3 times a week. But currently for January intake, the plan is you are going to apply for your visa, come to United Kingdom, study online. If you haven't got your visa, you still could, and this course has started, you need to study online until you get yourself the visa. So visas might take a bit of time for it to come. However, you have the options to stay in your home country, study online until your visa comes, then come to United Kingdom, and then study online, and may need to go into the university depending on your assignment. But that's how it is. It's working amazingly well for us in our September intakes. Students are very interactive, students attending online classes. And that just because it's gone on online, that does not mean you guys are able to miss classes. No, you are going to get monitored. Every single student still needs to come online and make sure that they are registering themselves, making sure that they are attending all online classes. Failure to do that can mean we may remove your CAS letter, which would then mean your visa would get curtailed, and we don't want anyone to be in that situation. So please make sure when you are applying for United Kingdom, you have the intention to study online or even go to the university, should the universities be fully open. All our universities currently still open. So if you need to go to university for some reason, like for instance, use the library facilities, you can still do that. The classes are general majority are being done online, but there is once a week classes being done at the university. We're trying to have less students as possible in the university until the whole world's pandemic has calmed down again. Things are looking amazingly well for us in the United Kingdom. We have vaccine coming up through, which basically means hopefully we won't be in a lockdown anymore. Fingers crossed, after in January intake, lockdown should be fully finished. That's what we are all hoping for.
Thanks, Hamid, for your information today. Now we'll focus in questions by students. Okay, the first is just hi. Thanks, Shrumita, that you are joining us. The other question is from Tanzim Ahmed. So he has SSC 4.06, 𝗷𝚲𝗀 3.40, and Bachelor's Management 2.94, and UKVI 5.5. So will I be able to apply for a master's program on spouse visa in the UK?
His academic documents are fine. He can apply for a master course because his BBA is passed. He's got UKVI IELTS of 5.5. That is not enough. You need 6.0 with no less than 5.5 for direct entry to a master's. 6.0, no less than 5.5. But because you have 5.5, if you got, what you need to do is make your application, book a 𝗃𝗍 English test. All you need is half a band up. You're on 5.5, you need 6.0. Do our free QA English test, pass that, you'll have a direct entry. Or apply for our 𝗃𝗍 online pre-sessional. Pass that, you'll get direct entry to the masters. Or you can apply for the pre-sessional as a joint CAS with your masters and do that in United Kingdom. Pass your pre-sessional and then move on to your masters. So you got quite a few options. Do pre-sessional, do the 𝗃𝗍 online, or 𝗃𝗍 pre-sessional online, or do the 𝗃𝗍 English test and pass that and have a direct entry. So you got 3 options, or even do your redo your IELTS if you think you'll be able to do that. So you got a few options to do, but however, that does not mean we won't accept you. Make your application. You are going to get offer letter as long as you have submitted your documents, CV, and a personal statement.
Okay, thanks, Hamid. The other question is, hello, I'm Mehdi Hassan, come from Bangladesh. I'm explaining my educational status, SSC 4.5, Diploma in Biomedical Engineering 2.93, Bachelor's in Engineering 3.13. Now I'm working IVD application and service engineer, have medium instruction in English. These conditions, can I apply without IELTS?
Yeah, so Ulster University in London and Birmingham accepts students without IELTS. what you need to do is you need to have 55% on your HSC, and you have to do a degree within the last 3 years. If your degree was done within the last 3 years, you have 55% on your HSC. You can apply to our university. All you have to do is provide a medium of instruction letter to say that your degree was taught in English. So your university needs to give us a letter to say your degree was taught in English, which we call medium of instruction. Your HSC should be 55%, and your degree should have been completed within the last 3 years, which basically means late 2018, 19, 2020. Anyone that finished a degree off in 2017 can still apply, but they would not be waived off English because it's been more than 3 years. Hope that answers your question.
Yes. The other question is, can I apply with MY from Bangladesh?
Yes, you can. Same thing again. You need to have, if you're applying for Ulster University, we accept MOI. You need 55% on your HSC, the degree to be done within the last 3 years, and a medium of instruction letter from your university to confirm that your degree was taught in English within the last 3 years. If your degree was done more than 3 years ago, then we won't accept your MOI.
Okay. What is the Ulster entry requirements for India students?
Same thing. If you're from India, same thing. As long as you got a pass rate, you'll be eligible. English waivers from India, good thing is we accept the same thing as Bangladesh. You need 55% within the last 3 years, an MOI letter to confirm that it was taught in English, and you would be waived of IELTS. However, with Northumbria University, which is a ranked university, is 27th in UK. Northumbria University is in Newcastle. We as in QA run the London campus. You can apply for the Northumbria University London campus. They also accept, they also remove IELTS for Indian students. So if you are from any of the boards and you have 65 to 70% on your HSC, then you will be waived up to IELTS. If you are from Punjab, Haryana, they're the only 2 areas that we do not remove, or Kerala, we do not remove IELTS. Apart from these 3 destinations, any other board like CBSE, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, we would remove your IELTS as long as you have 65 to 70% on your HSC.
Thanks, Hamid. The other question is, I have been completed my HSC exam 2018. My result is 4.08. So this is possible for apply. Please reply me. Also, he has another question. I have no IELTS result, but I will complete my exam after 3 months.
I have no IELTS result, but I will complete. I have completed my HSC in 2018, but my result is for winter, so it is possible to apply 2018. I have completed my HSC exam in 2018. So, yeah, unfortunately, you've done your HSC, so that basically means you are looking for undergraduate. With undergraduate course, we don't waive off IELTS yet, only for postgraduate. Okay. So if you are looking for undergraduate course, you generally would need IELTS of 6.0, no less than 5.5. However, you can do our QA English test, pass that, and then you could do a degree. So make yourself an application depending on what course you want to do. Our courses are available in a wide range. And if you email me later on, I will email you a spreadsheet of all our courses available, and then you could share that with your students as well.
Thanks, Hamid. Do Solent University accept Duolingo test?
No, they don't. They used to, but again, we are not accepting Duolingo tests anymore. However, we accept any other ones apart from Duolingo.
Also, the previous students is ask again, if I get IELTS 6 point, it's possible? Yes.
Yes.
The other question is, how much time it takes to purchase application to once applied?
Sorry?
How much time it takes to purchase applications once applied?
How much time it takes to process application once
applied? So when he submit the application to get the offer letter and conditional costs, how much time it takes in total?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out the turnaround time now. It all depends because, you know, it's now quite, I'll be honest, yeah, and I'll be honest as well, it's gone to 14 days now, based on because of the because we're closing the intake down, there's huge amount of applications coming through. There's mass numbers coming through on a daily basis. 300 to 400 applications are coming through on a daily basis. For us to assess that many applications is impossible per day. And if it's coming in every day like that, the backlog is getting bigger and bigger. So it's gone down to 14 days. As soon as you submit your documents, it will take 14 days to get your offer letter. As long as you have made the application before next week, Tuesday, you will be fine. But if the application comes in after that, you have missed the intake, because for us to clear that backlog, what we have, we still got 2 weeks backlog left. And that by the time we finish that, it will be December. And by December, we should have closed the intake and only be issuing CASs at that time.
Okay, thanks. So again, the previous students for undergraduate, I think, how many money will be cost for my application? And please here describe me about tuition fee for programs.
Okay, to make an application is free of charge. You don't need to pay anything, yeah? In terms of, please describe me about the tuition fee. So depending on which university you want to go to, generally a master course is like 11,000 for 1 year. A master course, that's after, with scholarships, just to let you know. It's 15,000. After scholarship, it would cost you 10 to 11,000, depending on which campus you're going to, a master course. A master course with work placement for 2 years, it's generally costing you 18,500. With scholarships, it would probably move it down to 12,000, 13,000 maximum. So this is what you're looking at. So really, really good scholarships. We're giving £4,000 or £5,000 scholarships on a master course with 21 months or 24 months. If you look at our foundation courses, so if we have listeners here who have finished their HSC, you can go into a foundation course or an international year 1. International year 1 is like an undergraduate course, which has a bit more English element to help you prepare well for your undergraduate, but it is an undergraduate course. It's the first year of your undergraduate course, which has a bit more foundation involved in the first year. Second year would be your second year undergraduate, and third year would be your third year undergraduate. If you want to apply for international year 1, apply to Roehampton University in London or Northumbria University in Newcastle, international year 1. And that would, IELTS is only 5.5 with no less than 5.5 required for that course. Foundation courses, any student who's just passed HSC and they didn't get good marks, you could apply for a foundation course. You can, if you have IELTS 5.5 with no less than 5.5, you can get a foundation course plus a 3 years bachelor course as a joint class. So you could get a visa for 4 years if you apply for a foundation course. And you would get scholarship on your foundation course and your undergraduate course automatically.
Thanks, Hamid. I completed agent. What would you suggest, third year or pre-master?
HND in Bangladesh, unfortunately, if it's in Bangladesh, we won't accept HND for a period. You need to have your third year completed in Bangladesh. We don't have a top-up course available for in line with the same light of the courses that you have in Bangladesh. It won't mirror exactly how we have the master course in UK. So the bachelor course we have available maybe won't mirror the HND you have done. So I would always recommend you do a third year in Bangladesh and then you could do the final year in UK.
Which courses are excellent for genuine intake?
So at the moment, in Solent, we have MBA master course. There is not many courses available in January intake. Most courses are available in September. In January, we've got quite a few masters in MBA, masters in international business, masters in engineering. They are the courses available in Solent University. That's just out of London. All Solent students would get 20% scholarship from the marked fees. So whatever fee you see, you get automatically 20% scholarships from it.
The other question is, if any student completed diploma and then bachelor's, so for these students, IELTS is necessary or diploma good grades are accepting for admission?
We won't look at your diploma. We will look at your bachelor's, and if you have done your bachelor's and it's been done in media form instruction, then you won't need English. But if it wasn't taught in medium of instruction, then you would require English.
Okay, thanks, Hamid. The other question is, if I get overall 6 IELTS, but 1 band 5, is that any problem for getting visa?
Yeah, so for postgraduate, you need 6.0 with no less than 5.5. If you get a band below 5.5, unfortunately, it's not a direct entry. You have not met the criteria, which basically means you need to do your IELTS again, or you could do a QA English test and see the area that you got 5 in, see if you could push that to 5.5.
If student wants pre-sessional program as he has 5 band in 1 modules, so for main intake, which is the best time to purchase, and what is the fees criteria for 6 weeks pre-sessional course?
6-week pre-sessional course for Northumbria University. If you want to do a 6-week pre-sessional course, you need 6.0 with no less than 5.5 for the 6 week. If you want to apply for Northumbria pre-sessional course for 12 weeks, you need 5.5 with no less than 5.5. If you want to apply for pre-sessional course with Ulster University, you need 5.5 with no less than 5.5 for the 6 weeks. And if you want to apply for the 12 weeks, you need 5.0 with no less than 5.0 in each band for the 12 weeks pre-sessional English. But if you feel as though you don't want to do it in UK, you can do a 𝗃𝗍 pre-sessional course online from your home country. Should you pass, then you could apply for any of the courses here. So it's only 1,500 for the 6 weeks pre-sessional online course.
The other question is, any scholarship will be given for foundation course with main courses in Northampton University?
Yes. So scholarship for foundation courses with Northampton University will be 20%, roughly costing around £10,000 for your foundation course. And then you'll automatically get another 20% scholarship on your first year of your undergraduate, and then another 20% on your second year of your undergraduate, and another 20% on your third year of your undergraduate.
And the last question is, which university accept Duolingo test right now? Is 135 Duolingo score acceptable?
Yeah, so like I said earlier on, Duolingo is no longer getting accepted. However, Southampton may be lenient towards Duolingo still, Southampton as Solent University. So that's the only one that I could push myself and see if they would respond to it. But apart from that, no one else is accepting.
Thanks, Hamid, for all your information. And my advice is, please don't hesitate to submit your application as soon as possible in order to join Genuine Intake on time. We are here to help you in all steps of application process. Thanks, Hamid, again. And if you have anything else to share to us, you can do it now.
Okay, no, I just want to say thank you, listeners. Thank you for your time today, and I hope the advice you guys got was helpful. Hopefully it should put you in a position to decide when you want to join us. If you are still, if you had doubts, hopefully that doubt should be gone, because there's loads of students that are joining us in September intake, and now they've all moved into January intake. And we're not in a position where we're like headless chicken, lost, don't know what to do. We are in a position where things are back to normal. Everyone's still doing the day-to-day thing. It's no difference to how you are in your home country. If anything, I feel as though we are in a better position than a lot of the countries out there. So don't hesitate, and hopefully we'll be able to see some of you guys soon in the UK. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Hamid, for all your help for our students. I know that you work hard in order to get everything on time and to purchase the application for students on time for Genuine Intake. Thanks again, and hopefully we'll see another virtual meeting. And please stay safe.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.